Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is a Stitch and Colourist with Shelley Lewis. So before I go into the video, I just want to say thank you to everyone that joins in the video and subscribes to the channel and everything basically that you do for me to be here today. So today's video, do you know, I thought we would do a stitch and chat. I haven't done one of these in quite a while, so I thought it'd be nice to do it while we have a catch up. I hope you can see okay, because the lighting, it is late evening, well, afternoon now, it's about 6:20, but on the camera it looks fine, so hopefully the lighting will stay good. If it doesn't, then I'm sure my husband will be willing to switch the light on while I'm stuck behind the table. So what we're going to chat about, I probably best pre-warn you, I'm going to be talking a little bit about what I've been watching, Ghost Hunters. So if anything like that is not your thing, then yeah, I'll probably switch off the video, but yeah. So we'll get into it. So the kit that I thought we would do a stitch and chat on today is the kit that I had recently from VIP Cross Stitch, which is of this beautiful Mermaid Ariel. I call it Under the Sea. It's stitched on 11 counts and it is a 30 by 83. Now if you haven't seen the unboxing for this already, then feel free to go in my playlists. I do actually put all the reviews and unboxings together, so you'll be able to see it there. So I have made a start on this. Ooh, I will put it in the bag like this one now, where it's so I've put it in a little frame, I have, and where I've got up to, I'll just get rid of this bit of thread there. Where I've got up to now, usually I start at the top corner and work my way down and do it in sections. However, this time I thought I would start at the bottom left hand corner, and I did a bit of black outlining here, and what I'm focusing on now is filling in this little bit. And what I'll probably do after that is I am going to split it into a section. I was going to go over to that side and do that little bit, but now because it's in the frame, and to save me having to keep turning the frame and swapping it over, you know what it's like. After I've done that little bit, I shall be working on this section here. So we will continue where I am at the moment. Now I may have to bring it up a bit because obviously my eyes. Yeah, so what colour are we on? We're on pink actually, so I'm filling in the pink section on here at the moment. And yeah, I'm going to try and think of a way that would be. If I lean my elbows on the table like this, that should be fine. And I'm also by the microphone, so I do apologise if I suddenly start screaming at you guys. It's unintentional. So yeah, I started on this a couple of days ago now. Usually sorry about the shaky camera. Usually I'll work on a project and I'll either put a film on, or I'll just put a film on that I've seen probably 10 zillion times so I can just mainly listen to it while I'm stitching. However, I've recently found, past few days ago, I recently found another show, something that I would never really bother to watch in the past. So before, I had actually watched My £600 Life, about people that's £600 weight up and how they've managed with it and losing weight with Dr. Nowzarden in Houston, Texas. Well, I got to the end of that. Don't you just love it when this happens? A nice chunky knot in your thread. To be honest though, it's quite easy to actually just brush it out. So yeah, I came to the end of that and I did go to watch Where They Are Now. And I have been watching it, but the other day, a few days ago now, I fancied trying something different. So I thought I'd have a look if there's any like haunted buildings or anything on Prime or Netflix and that. I tried this one person that my brother mentioned before, because he loves watching stuff like that, where me, yeah, I've never really bothered. I did try that guy that he said, but I just could not get into it. But the other day I thought, you know, I'm going to try the show Most Haunted. It's been out for years, that. Actually, I've recently found out that the medium, the spiritual medium that used to work with Most Haunted, Derek, he actually passed away. So it's been a long, it is quite a older TV show. So I started watching that and I've really got into it. Now, stuff like that, I'm very much a skeptic. I'm a kind of a person that won't believe it until I have to see it to believe it. But then again, I'm not asking to see it. So yeah, I'm very much a skeptic. Little bit of a scaredy cat when it comes to stuff like that. However, I really got into this one. And I don't know if that's true. A lot of it probably is put on, but it got me thinking, there's got to be something, you know. There's got to be something. When years ago, well, say years ago, in 2016, when we unfortunately lost my dad, when I went down to the West Midlands, because I had to go down there to obviously be there for my brother and sort things out, because there were only me and my brother sorting his funeral, and we had the house to sort out and everything, and we worked together on it. When I went to the house, if my brother went out anywhere and I was at the house on my own, I don't know, I'd never felt this way before about that house that my dad had, that my mum was in. I always found it a really nice comfort home, you know, where like you're visiting home, it still feels home to you. I always felt like it was like that when I went to go and visit my dad, when I went over. But this time I did not feel that. I really did not feel that at all. I felt nervous to be in that house on my own. I felt nervous, obviously, understandably, was upset. But I only felt comfortable when my brother was there. And there's many of the nights, because I was there for about 2 weeks, because I had to be there for that long to sort the funeral and everything out. And when we was there, it could have been the lack of sleep, because neither of us got that much sleep, to be fair. We really didn't. But we used to sometimes be up till early hours, and the one particular day, evening, we'd been sorting some things out, and oh, bless his heart, I love my dad to bits. I love both parents. My dad, he used to have false teeth, and he used to get fixident, and we're sorting the table. Well, there's a table that had drawers in, and we're sorting that out once, and I was taking stuff out and was like, oh, a tube of fixident. Oh, another tube of fixident. Okay, another tube of fixident. And by the time we'd finished, it got me and my brother giggling. We'd taken out about 8 tubes of fixident. Yeah, my dad had collected. He had collected, bless him. But yeah, on this one particular evening, neither of us could sleep. We just could not settle. And my dad, he had an electric guitar, and he didn't play later on in life, but when my dad was younger, he could actually play the electric guitar, and he used to play it right-handed. Left-handed. He might have played it left-handed, yeah, and we was just trying to raise our spirits up a little bit, and we were sitting there but it must have been about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and was just messing about with this guitar and that. Yeah, like I said, to raise our spirits. And then all of a sudden, there was like a thumping from upstairs, you know, like as if someone's upstairs and them knocking on the floorboard. Now, we know this was not next door, wasn't next door to us, because this was directly above us. And the reason why it scared us a little bit is because basically we were the only ones in the house, and we heard it as plain as day, this knocking upstairs on the floorboard, which was coming from my mum's bedroom. So yeah, there is a bit of, I don't know, I've got a bit of belief in there. So it's like every time I think, oh, it's just a load of tripe, I always go back to that memory and I think, yeah, I always remember that bit. So yeah, anyway, let's see if we can zoom you in on here. Oh, I can actually. So yeah, I've started watching Most Haunted on Prime. Yeah, and I've been getting into it. It's been really good. The episode that it's particularly one of my favourites, was in the earlier ones. It must be in the first season. It was about this old theatre that's in London. And I think this theatre, I don't know if it's still there today, and I cannot remember the name of the theatre. However, the Most Haunted crew went to this theatre to investigate if there were any ghosts and that there. And they also had the spiritual medium, Derek, there as well. And Derek's spiritual guide was called Sam, because obviously Derek's no longer here, so to speak. And it was really, really good. I really, really got into it. So, yeah. I'm still watching it at the moment. I think I'm on season 3 at the minute. And we in Morecambe, we've got an old theatre. Now, they do still do shows and events and that there. It's the Winter Gardens Theatre in Morecambe. And it was actually, the theatre has been there, I'm not sure if I said since about 1930, or I could be on about another theatre. But yeah, I was saying to my husband the other day, wouldn't it be amazing? I wonder if they've ever been to that theatre in Morecambe, or how cool would it be if he went to that one? And sure enough, last night I was looking on Google about different places they've been, and there is actually a time when they went to the Winter Gardens in Morecambe. So I'm looking out for that episode, because that'll be interesting. And I was looking if they've been to a place called Chinchley Hall. Now, Chinchley Hall is in Milton Keynes. It's like a mansion, old mansion house. Now, the reason I know about this is because 1897. What's that for?
Winter Gardens.
So Winter Gardens, my husband's just said, was built in 1897.
It was called the Victorian Pavilion Theatre.
So it was recently called the Victoria Pavilion Theatre. I didn't know it was that long. I thought it was about 1930s. But yeah, anyway, Chinchley Hall. Now, a couple of years ago, I was going to a hotel in Milton Keynes for a stitching retreat. However, after the COVID, this hotel, they had to cancel our retreat because they were fully booked they were full. But so we didn't lose our money. They just transferred us to another hotel, which was actually the Chinchley Hall in Milton Keynes, the big mansion, old home. And that's where we ended up on that weekend. Now oh God, it was absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And we ended up going there instead, and I loved it. It was really old. You had your gravel paths, your trees, your little tiny maze. You could just really just soak it all in. It was really good. And I did some research the other day about that place, because I haven't been since, because Milton Keynes for a retreat now. I'd love to go, really would, but it's a long journey. It's like 3 hours on the train, and just for a weekend, and I like to stay a bit closer to home now, so I haven't been since. But I did a bit of research. I think it might have been yesterday or the day before, and I actually found out the history, not only about the Chinchley Hall, but also about the hall that was there before Chinchley Hall was there. So I can't remember the name of the hall that was there before on that grounds, but I do know that that hall on them grounds, that the hall obviously was no longer there. It was knocked down, well, maybe in late 1800s, 1900s. Anyway, there was a hall that was there, and it was actually there. It must have been King Henry VIII time, because it mentions about Cardinal Wolsey. And we all know who he is. And it's like since Tudor times. But then obviously it's been owned and that by different families. And obviously it's been renovated. It's been knocked down. That hall was knocked down. But then another hall was built, which I think is now the Chinchley Hall. And it's been there since, I'm not sure since when it was there, but I know for certain it was there during the World War. And it was actually used as a secret RAF like training centre. I'm not sure about RAF training centre for like military. It was involved like military RAF centre during the World War. So if you think about it, it's got so much history about the place. And I was saying to my husband, yeah, Chinchley Hall, that hall that we went in wasn't physically there when I went, but I'd probably walked on the grounds that, wow, so people through all the ages have walked round, and Cardinal Wolsey and all that, and I just found it so amazing. But yeah, so yeah, I've been watching this Most Haunted, and it's been good, and I've been watching it every night, and I've been watching it for about, and I've stopped about an hour before I go to bed, because I don't want to give myself the heebie-jeebies before I go to sleep. But the last 2 nights I've been that interested in it, I've actually been watching it right up until going to bed. And you know something, I've slept like a baby. I've slept like a baby, I have, after watching it. Now that it even surprised me. But yeah, I'll probably be watching it again tonight, to be fair. Oh, bottom, I've got another knot. You have to be careful when you do get the knots in these. You have to very delicately pull them. So yeah, I'll probably be watching that again tonight. So what is your thoughts on stuff like that? Now, have you seen Most Haunted? What did you think about it? I don't mind if you want to put down it was a total utter tripe, and I've gone in the wrong hole. Or if it was something that interested you. I like to watch it because I like to see the places I've been to. Oh. And I've got another knot. I've got another knot, and I've gone in the wrong stitch hole even. Now I'm dropping my thread. Can I pull that back through? It's a bit, I don't know, I might be able to. So yeah, what's your thoughts on it? So yeah, as I said, I've never really been into stuff like that. But I thought, if I fancied a change, I thought, why not? And it's been quite entertaining as well. So yeah. So how is everybody? How are you all doing? Are you all enjoying the unpredictable weather? Especially if you're in the UK. We've had lovely days, really warm days, and we've had really cold days and really rainy days. So we've had a bit of everything today. It's been quite nice. It's been nice and warm. I went to my Aqua Zumba again today, but technically it was Aquafit today, because we usually do Aqua Zumba every Thursday, but the Zumba lady the tutor Naomi, she's actually on holiday at the minute. She's gone to Italy, so we had another tutor today, but Naomi's the only one that really does the aqua zumba, so we did aquafit today. And you know something, aquafit and aqua zumba, I don't know if you think the same, but I would have thought, I did think that aqua fit was lighter than aqua zumba. I thought aqua zumba would be the more intense one, but surprisingly enough, the aqua fit was actually a bit more intense than the aqua zumba, because the aqua fit, you're doing like exercises and everything in the water with a longer time with the weights, where aqua zumba is like dancing in the water. You're doing dance moves. It was really good. I enjoyed it. We had a different selection of music today. Usually in aqua zumba, where we'd only do one music track with the weights, we actually did a fair bit with the weights this time. So I felt like my arms got a good workout. I started going a few weeks ago because I wanted to get back into, well, I wanted to learn how to swim. I've now learned how to swim. Yay! Still not comfortable floating on my front or back. I haven't done that yet, but I can swim a bit now. But then I found the aquafit classes, and oh gosh, I love them. I really do. I've been really enjoying them. And at first I was going of the evening because I'd pick up my children from school, bring them home and that, and then I would go to the aquafit in the evening. But since the little ones obviously have been off, obviously because the dad's at home as well, I've been going in the day, because at least then I don't have to wait an hour for my bus to come home. But yeah, I've been really enjoying it. I'm going to keep up with it. I am. I'm definitely going to keep up with it, but I might have to change things around a bit when the kids go back to school, because I think the aqua zumba in the day is going back to their later time, which is like 1 o'clock, and it's for an hour, which then would leave me up to 2, but then I go out at 2:30 to pick the kids up from school, so it is a bit too much of a rush. So I might have to go back to the evening, but the problem with the evening, with the darker nights, I'm walking across the Asda car park where it'd be dark, and I'm extremely close to the cycle path when it's dark as well, and you have to cut across, well, near enough by there. And I must admit, I'm not a big fan on having to do that.
You know, want to give the world a step-by-step on how to attach mug you.
Yeah. Yes, I'll be carrying pepper spray with me, so don't even think about it if you're in Morecambe. So yeah, talking about that, I'm going to get some pepper spray. But I wouldn't even mess with it because I've been doing boxercise at home. I've been practicing boxing. I have. I've been doing boxercise and boxing moves at home, which I've really been enjoying as well. So, yeah, been enjoying that. Do you know something? Talking about warm weather, I'm feeling warm now. Might open the door in a minute. So, yeah. But on about going back to about watching that tonight, I have forgot. I actually want to watch I think there's only one episode that's come out at the minute of At Home with the Furies. It's about heavyweight boxer Tyson Fury from Morecambe. He lives in Morecambe, and the reason I know that is because that's where I live. So I live in Morecambe as well. But yeah, I'm looking forward to actually watching that, because it's not obviously just to watch. It'll be interesting watching his story and watching what they like and that, but it'll be interesting to see my hometown on TV on Netflix. So yeah, I'll be watching an episode of that. I went to put it on earlier when the kids were down, and I thought, I'll see what it's like. And then he said the word, I can't say it on here, S-H-I-T and F-U-C-K. And I thought, yeah, press the pause button. And I said to my husband, yeah, I'm definitely watching that tonight, not in the day. So yeah, I haven't got a problem with that kind of language at all, but not when the kids are downstairs, not in front of the kids. So yeah, so I'll be watching that later. It's only about 45 minutes, and then I'll probably just go back on to Most Haunted. So yeah, I'm still working on the pink, as you can see. I've got a long piece of thread because I do like longer threads. But what I've done now is, because I found that I kept pulling my thread out my needle. Oh, come on, get in that hole. Yeah, I kept pulling the thread out the needle. So now when I do thread my needle, I'll put quite a long tail. Before it was just a short one, but now I pull quite a long tail, and I found that I don't have to tie it at the needle and it comes out less often. So that is good. So I'm just going to do these 3 stitches here, and I'll leave it here for now, because when I did a half-hour video, my last one, the makeup review, which I just want to say thank you guys for your comment, and I just wanted to say thank you for your views as well. That did mean a lot, because I wasn't sure how well that would go down, because I know it's a crafting channel, but I do plan to do another makeup one, because I want to do a Team U testing makeup video. But I have got quite a few, I think I've got about 4 more unboxings coming up, so that means Stitching Chat's coming up. So yeah, that video, I recorded it for 30 minutes, and you know, it took me nearly all night to upload that video. I was like, oh, okay, it took a fair while. It's uploaded, but it took me a fair while. So I'm just going to do these 2 stitches here, and then I will leave it there so I can actually make sure this video is uploaded tonight. So I'm just doing this last stitch. So what I'll do in the descriptions below is I'll leave a link to VIP cross stitch, like I always do in the videos. I'll leave a link to this kit if they've still got this kit for purchase, because I did do the review about 5 days ago, and I have got a discount code, a 7% discount code, which I'll leave in the description descriptions below for you guys. If you want to have a nosy or what I have, you can get yourself another 7% off. It's worth it, because these kits are beautiful and they're really affordable as well. But 7% off is 7% off, isn't it? So anyway guys, I'm going to leave it there for now. I know it looks like I probably haven't stitched much, but like I said, for video purposes and uploading, and by the time I probably stop talking, we'll be at 30 minutes again. So that is how far I've got up to on that kit at the moment. I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying working on it, and yeah, this may very well be a kit that I take to the retreat with me. Not so sure yet though, because I've got quite a few that I'm working on, and I do want to take my Wallace Hartley printed one there. So anyway guys, I'm going to leave it here for now. I hope you've enjoyed the video. It's been nice having a chat with you, and let you know my movements. So I'm going to say goodbye for now. If you've enjoyed the video, as always I say, please give the video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, then please feel free to press that subscribe button. I would love to have you here, and I do very much appreciate every single one of you, and all your lovely comments and your likes, and even just your views as well. It means a lot. So I'll see you again soon guys, and happy stitching. Goodbye for now guys. Bye.